Welcome in. This is Sara, PT at the Chanda Plan, and I've had a couple people ask me about passive range of motion of the upper extremity, and so I want to go through a little sequence with you. I'm going to show it and demonstrate it on the right side here, but you can really use this video to do this exact motion on both sides, and I'm going to call this an active assisted stretching program. And so you can begin by, I'm going to show it laying down for today, but then we'll also show some things sitting up in our next video sequence. So here we go. So basically, I'm kind of above Bart here, and I'm going to place my right hand under his shoulder, and I'm going to place my left hand kind of on top of his shoulder. And so we're going to work together, and this is a great way to start what we call proximally and then move distally. So you get the shoulder joint itself nice and warmed up. And so let's begin by just what we call protraction and retraction. So that means just lifting your shoulder blade up towards the ceiling and then dropping in and squeezing the shoulder blade down and in towards the spine. And let's repeat that about 5 or 6 times, up and down and in. And I'm going to come in various positions. You can also kind of see I switched hand positions. I'm still on the shoulder blade, giving a nice proprioceptive cue to the blade. And then just think about keeping your neck nice and soft and relaxed and just letting it all come just from the shoulder. Nice. Let's move into another motion. These are all just kind of warming up the clavicle, that big bone across your breastbone, and the shoulder blade. Let's start next by just shrugging, bringing the shoulder up and down. And notice as he continues to do that, the arm is just straight and supported on the table. And I'm not really doing much. I'm really just kind of facilitating the direction up, shrugging, and then down, depressing. You can kind of like sort out how many reps feel good to you, but typically kind of in that 12 to 15 reps. So that's just getting those muscles warmed up. Now we're going to come back through center and just kind of relax there, still with the arm out straight. I'm going to ask him now to just turn his shoulder in, which is called internal rotation, and I've just got my hand above the elbow and then rotating out. So it could be like the palm going up and the palm going down. And then I can just come above the elbow and just kind of facilitate that motion. The arm can still be supported on the table. That kind of 12 to 15 reps. The more you can activate the muscles in the scapula region, the more you're going to draw blood flow to that area, which also helps with pain management. It also helps with opening up the capsule, that deepest, most tissue. And then now, I'm going to bring the elbow out to the side. And so the elbow, I'm supporting his elbow on my knee because we're at a small table. So I'm assuming most of you would be doing this at home in bed. And so your arm can just be supported on the bed. And then let's actively take the arm back and then back through center. Now sometimes you'll run up against a little spasticity here. So you're never forcing it. You just kind of go to where that end range is and then back through center. Directions, again, still with the arms supported on the table. You see how I have my hand on top of the shoulder, the front side of the shoulder, and the knee is supporting the elbow, but of course that can be supported on the bed. And I'm also letting my body mechanics move with him, so the energy moves with the shoulder. Really straining my body to make that happen. I'm using the strength of my legs. 15 rep range, relax. You can also kind of like hold the wrist and just kind of shake it out a little bit. So just kind of let go, Bart. And then you can just kind of feel that shoulder just kind of loosen up. Hold the arm at the wrist, supporting the top of the shoulder. And again, we're just trying to, if you think of like a golf ball on a tee, we're just trying to keep that golf ball in good congruence with the tee, which is where the shoulder blade is. And we're going to bring that across the body. Together is an active assisted motion. Times our biceps are really tight. They do a lot of work for us. And so even just turning the palm up and extending the elbow, and notice I'm kind of supporting the top of the shoulder. In that stretch position. It's really nice to get a stretch on that tricep. Bringing the arm in, starting kind of in that neutral position, and then coming in. Or being forced. Forearm. You can kind of take like a little grasp of your hand and come around to the wrist and just kind of what we call supinate, or make a soup bowl with your hand. That's how we remember supination. Fall where they may be flexed. They may be have some spasticity and be slightly extended. And then also pronation, so turning the palm down or away from the body. And we're just kind of working together here. Doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Super. So now I still have my hand kind of below the elbow by the wrist. We're going to work together to bring the arm overhead. And again, you may feel some spasticity there, some resistance, some tone. So I can take my hand and I can come under the shoulder and support the shoulder blade as we work together to bring that arm back. Play with it like, everybody knows their body really well. And so you may find that like every fifth one or so, you may want to just kind of like hold and sustain that stretch there. Coming out to the side to get a really nice stretch on the pec muscles also feels really good. So you could do like an elbow bent and then straighten. And I have my hand on kind of the top of the shoulder and the chest plate there. Music, make it enjoyable, make it a fun time. And notice I'm kind of even bringing his arm up into kind of a V position. Again, opening the chest. Really nice when you have a spasticity in your hand is to come in like a handshake and rotate or supinate the hand, the palm up toward the ceiling, and then extend the wrist. The last one that can feel really nice, kind of depending on how much motion is there. The arm can come up, the palm can come kind of flat onto the bed, so they're kind of in this wrist extension, elbow flexion, and then just kind of even just doing some circular motions together. Like there's a pencil on the base of his elbow and he's just drawing a circle on the ceiling. The reps, so you don't have to spend the whole time with this video. And the other one that's just really nice to the system is just a compression of the muscles. How's that feel to you? And start in the hand and then just kind of work your way. So I have kind of my hand like grasping around his arm. That's just a nice sensory feedback in the shoulder. Even coming over the top of the shoulder joint and just making some circular motions around there. Our shoulders do so much work for us and they get really tight. Person you're working with, feedback. If it feels like, ooh, gosh, that's a little like too much pressure, just communicate with each other, ask to back off a little. Out. So peace out. I hope you enjoy that. I hope this is something that would be helpful for you at home. We can get into some other things around the scapula and side lying, but this is just a nice little introduction. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon. Love you guys.